Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. I am here with an extra long video for you. I hope you don't mind. I hope you enjoy it. But this is me getting like really vulnerable with you and showing you exactly how much yarn I have. I plan this year to do a stash down of my yarn stash. I want to get it down. I want to have low buy on yarn. I want to have a plan in place for how I'm allowed to buy yarn, you know, using my yarn up, pulling projects, making things to donate. I really want to use what I have this year. So what I'm going to do in this video is go through, weigh, organize, put away all my yarn, look at the projects that I already have kitted up, get everything organized. And in the next video that you're going to see, it'll be my January makes video. And I'm going to go through and talk about my low buy rules, and then go through, did I bring in any yarn in January? How much yarn did I use up? And all that good stuff. At the end of this video, you're gonna hear all the totals. How many skeins do I have of yarn? And what is the amount of yarn that I have in grams? Holy moly, wait. Just wait until you hear the numbers. It's a little sickening. So wish me luck, and I hope that you enjoy this video. Okay, bye. All right, so here I am in the first spot of my house that I'm gonna show you my ridiculous yarn stash. And we're gonna start, well, I'm gonna start going through the yarn, categorizing it, showing it to you. Oh, I didn't bring up my scale. So I'm gonna have to go get my scale so that I can weigh it if necessary, because they're not all full skeins. So let me bring you into my closet of yarn shame. Here we are, there's yarn. This is all acrylic yarn. This has either been gifted to me. Almost all of this has been gifted to me. Some of this down here was not gifted to me because it was the big twist stuff that I bought when Joanne was going out of business. But there's that. And then the other thing I have is from the other room. So I brought all my yarn out here. I have this laundry basket full of like ons and ends that I kind of put together when I was making stuff for the vendor show. And then I have this tub, and I'm going to unpack all of this tub and put it on my bed to start organizing. So yeah, just wanted to show you. Well, I have all the yarn that was in that closet and in that laundry basket and in that tub on my bed. This isn't even like a quarter of my stash, I don't think. Ready? This is a king-size bed. And here is the lovely empty closet. So I'm going to work really hard on organizing and writing down the yarn that I have. I'm going to clean the floor, the walls in here, the shelf. Yikes. This is a big job. But I can do it! Okay, I have 18 skeins of Karen Simply Soft. No, not Karen Simply Soft, Karen 1 pound. 18. I'm gonna put this all in the closet and then I'll show you the closet. Oh my God, 18. Okay, now on to Red Heart Super Saver. Yahoo! Oh my God. Oh yikes, a runaway. 24 skeins of Red Heart Super Saver. OMG. I'm going to put it in the closet and I will be back to show you what the closet looks like. Okay, so this is what we have so far. All the Karen 1 pounds and all the Red Heart Super Savers are there for now. I mean, I still have downstairs to go through eventually and have to maybe bring up here because I want all my acrylic yarn to live in this closet. Okay, now I'm going to work on Big Twist. Skeins of Big Twist. Let me get it in the closet and then I will show you what that looks like. Okay, there's the Big Twist, Red Heart Super Saver, Karen 1 pound. At least it's nice and organized. Okay, the last bit I have here is like yarn with no bands. So I'm just going to kind of call these no-name acrylics and kind of name them like ivory, cream, or whatever, taupe, you know, that kind of thing. Here's some Walmart. This is Annie's from a club, a crochet club, loops and threads. Then I just dug out of a closet all my DMC crochet thread, some cotton, and then this is all ribbon yarn that I was given. So I'm going to kind of categorize that too, but I may not count it in my like totals. This mercerized cotton I will, because I'll use this and that'll be part of my stash down, but the crochet thread and the ribbon, I don't think I'm going to count it toward my numbers because I don't know that I'm going to use it. I might end up just donating it. I got to figure out what to make with them. The crochet thread I'll keep and use it for doilies and stuff like that eventually. But like, I'm not going to count it in my stash busting because it's not something that I really work with and I need to like figure out how I want to work with it. So right now I'm kind of like pretending it doesn't exist, but I am going to put it in a spreadsheet. But it's not going to, like I said, it's not going to count toward the stash busting series. And I think that's fair considering I'm not acquiring anymore. It was like a fluke that I ended up getting it. A woman was getting rid of her entire stash and she used to use it for making things to sell. So, you know. All right, let me get on to counting the rest of this stuff and I will be back once it's all done and categorized. So crochet thread, I have 43 balls, like including the small ones and the large ones. Ribbon yarn, I have 101 balls. Holy moly. But I'm not counting that toward like the total of my stash right now. Mercerized cotton moonbeams, I have 17. I have 2 skeins of mainstays. I have 3 skeins of Annie's Crochet Club, 4 skeins of loops and thread, and then no name acrylic. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will put everything in the closet and I will be back to show you that. Okay, closet update. Karen 1 pound, Red Heart Super Saver, Big Twist, loops and threads, unlabeled yarn, my moonbeams cotton, and then the ribbon yarn and doily yarn is all down there. Now this is perfect as long as nothing else comes up here. We'll see. To be continued. I need to go get something to eat. I'm starving. I started without you. I'm sorry. So now I'm down in my living room. I want to show you. Okay. This shelf was full. I'll show you what I did. I started without you. But this is like, that housed all my scrunchy yarn. This is all like Bernat blanket. And then this is scrap, scrap, scrap. Nope, lying. That's chenille. Scrap, scrap. This is also full of yarn. More yarn. More yarn. More yarn. This is where my scrunchy yarn now sits because I'm going to organize it. So I will keep you posted. I will bring you with me. This table also has stuff that I need to wind. So I will do that at some point. And I'll take you with me on this trip. Do you forgive me for starting without you? I kind of forgot you. That's not very nice. Holy crap, you guys. That's all my Big Twist Supernova that I bought when I was with Beverly at one point. We went to Joann's and I wanted some of it because it was so cool. The color that I wanted, that I really liked, was this Mars Landing. It's like oranges and grays and creams, blacks, all that good stuff. But I went down a rabbit hole and I ended up ordering a crap ton of it, thinking that it was like going out. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be discontinued, and this is what I have. So I will be back to let you know. Oh, so let me go through my velvet yarn. Okay, velvet yarn. I have 2, 4, 6, 7. So 7 of these. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 skeins of velvet yarn, which could go pretty fast if I end up making a crap ton of scrunchies again. Yikes. I think I got cut off before. So I'm just gonna start working on my blanket yarn, like my blanket and chenille yarn. Yeah, I'll be back with totals. I'm sorry I was unable to record me logging all of my chenille yarn, but I just finished. I was on the phone, my camera died, blah, blah, blah. But I am here to tell you that I have 45 skeins of like blanket slash chenille type yarns. 45. This is crazy pants, people. Crazy pants. And I haven't even added everything up together. Have you done that yet? Have you been adding things up behind my back? Are you judging me? You can. It's okay. I'm judging myself. Just be nice to me in the comments. You gotta like cheer me on and stuff. Okay, so today I'm just gonna put everything that was in the living room. These are all like 1 or 2 skeins of like random yarn that has been donated to me. So eventually I need to figure out what to do with it. So I'm just gonna lay it on the table, start logging it on my, acquisition log, and then figure out where to put it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so this yarn project is turning into quite the torturous feat. I keep thinking, I mean, it's been fabulous because I've been able to organize down here all my yarn, and I'm actually cleaning up the floor space in my living room. But like, it is so monotonous and like time consuming and just a lot. So I have to work through 2 more bins in a little bag down here, and then I get to go into my cupboard with my hand-dyed yarn and my cotton and work on that. And then I'm done with like all the yarn that I don't have slated to be used. This is a lot. But I'm excited that I'm doing this. But it's a lot. Hopefully it's worth it. You guys, I've just been working on my cotton yarn for like a half an hour and I think I wasn't recording. Well, anyway, I did all of this. I also logged this is like hand-dyed yarn that I'm going to be working on projects for. And I also had a whole bin of hand-dyed that I don't know if you saw me doing, so sorry. Yikes. Okay, I'm now winding yarn. I have this entire basket to wind, and I also have a bunch sitting here. So I'm going to be doing that for the foreseeable future. I'll be winding and weighing. Winding and weighing, winding and weighing. Again, our project manager and CEO, they take turns deciding which one's CEO or project manager. Actually, they're just going to both be project managers because I'm the CEO of this business. Even though they are usually like the ones in charge. You start making socks. Good morning. Today I'm going to work on my cotton and hand-dyed yarn stash. So I just kind of dragged a bag over here to the couch, and I'm actually using my computer this time so that I don't have to retype everything. I don't know why. I know why I didn't do that in the beginning. When I had my acrylic yarn stash and it was a lot of scraps and one ball of this, one ball of that, I just wanted to write it down. And now I'm like, nope, I need to actually just sit, because I have more quantities of cotton. Like I have 5 of this, 5 of that. So I'm going to try this on the computer, and that way I don't have to like retype everything for at least the cotton part. But I'll be going back and forth between my cupboard and the living room doing the quantities of the cotton yarn that I have. Yeah, and I'll take you with me as I do that. Okay, so I wanted to show you, this is the majority of my worsted weight for yarn stash. I do have to fit this in this cupboard somehow. It might just have to be in the bag on the floor. But so far, every shelf is full. And I will be working this year to get all of this yarn, or a lot of this yarn, hopefully, out of my stash. Whether it's through working on, like, my book blanket, my bookworm, my charity projects. So that is what that is. I'm heading downstairs now to show you where I keep my hand-dyed yarn and my cotton yarn. So I will show you that. I have a hutch that I took the whole top of it and I put my hand-dyed yarn. I don't want to open it because I don't need an avalanche coming out. So hold on. So all of this is like fingering weight, and then over this way goes like DK weight hand-dyed, and then light worsted and worsted. And then all this up here is cotton that I'm going to be using to make like soap sacks or something like that. I make a lot of soap sacks for charity. They're little, like, exactly what they sound like, little sacks that you can like put bars of soap in and hand them out to the homeless, or I put them in our food pantry at the school, and a lot of people take them, and I don't put soap in them because they're like, they told me I didn't have to, and they just keep them by the register, and a lot of people come by and just take one and they use them as a washcloth, and I'm like really happy about that. Here's my downstairs yarn storage for like my acrylic and like bulkier weight. So I put like my what is this? Homespun is up there and there. And then I have some skeins of acrylic here, like skeins that have already been started, but not a ton. And then these are like my scrap balls. I'm going to make a blanket out of that. More scrap balls down there. This is like all my bulky acrylic, and then some like Supernova, Big Twist Supernova. These are all the things I'm going to be working on right now. I'm going to be logging in. These are all my kitted up projects. There's a little boy. And then I have this bag, Rosie, and then that bag under there. And what I'm going to do tonight, and I will set you up so you can watch, is I'm going to log all the yarn in my spreadsheet so that I, as I use it, can pull it out of my spreadsheet and then know how much yarn I've used. Supervisors, hey, go back. You can go play. No? She loves her pig. Okay, so I have been filming my footage of like my yarn stash and organizing it and going through it, and I put everything into a spreadsheet, which I have up here on my computer. And I don't know how I feel about these numbers. So I put them into categories. What I categorized was the kind of fiber. These are my different pages, like tabs. Kind of fiber, whether, or maybe my hand-dyed, my acrylic. And then in each tab, I did like how many of each skein, what is the brand, what's the line called, what is the colorway, and what is the amount of each skein, and then like the total amount. So if I had like 3 skeins of it, how much is the total? So here, like what I did for natural fibers were things like my pure wool that wasn't hand dyed. So like my Cascade yarns, my Peyton wool, Karen, some of my Karen cotton cakes, any of my cotton yarn was in this natural fibers tab. And total with that, oh, I also threw in like my scrubby yarn that I would use to like make dishcloths, because I use that with the cotton. So total amount of skeins, or like pieces, quote unquote, because some of them might be little balls, big regular size skeins, you know, not a full skein, whatever. So I'm saying skeins loosely. When I say skeins of yarn, I'm counting like anything that I can pick up to use to knit with. Like, so this would be considered a skein, even though it's not a full skein of Bernat. I'm counting that. So I guess I should say pieces. Amounts, right? I don't even know what to call it. I'm calling them skeins. So I had 168 skeins of natural fibers, my wool and my cotton. And that came to 14,084.20 grams. Because I did everything in grams. I also have some ribbon yarn. I had 107 skeins of that. And I'm going to put like I'm going to put everything up on the screen so that you can see, like at the end of this, I'm going to put up like totals. Hand-dyed yarn. Whoo, baby. Not as many as I thought, actually. This includes any of my minis. So like it includes my advents, that kind of stuff. 388 skeins for a total of 25,345 grams. Then I did my tencel yarn, because I do have I have 11 skeins of that, and I didn't put it under my natural fibers, but I didn't want to put it under acrylic because I don't really know how to categorize it, but I put it under just a tencel tab, and I had 11 skeins of that for 935 grams. Acrylic, this is all like my bits and bobs plus real skeins. So like I'm counting like a skein is like a pound of love is a skein, but yet a plain old Red Heart Super Saver is a skein. So acrylic yarn, like any of my little balls, my scraps, 327 skeins at 52,307.70 grams. And then finally my crochet thread. This is minus any of my large like balls. This is a smaller one, but I do have some large ones because I didn't weigh those yet, but I don't use them very often. So I have 46 skeins at 550 grams. The grams is not right on that. So let's look at totals. Without my ribbon yarn and crochet thread, because I'm really not counting those into my totals. I don't even know if I'm going to keep the ribbon yarn, and my crochet thread is for a totally different purpose, and I'm not so concerned about getting rid of that. I don't have a lot of that. So my total skeins of acrylic, natural fibers, my tencel, my hand dyed, I have 894 skeins of yarn. And a total of 92,671.90 grams. Whew. That's a lot of yarn. But what I think I'm really excited about is how much yarn am I bringing in and how much is going out. And I really want to keep track of that. So I will be putting up a video hopefully every month, showing you what I crocheted and knitted that month and how many skeins of yarn I have going out and how many skeins of yarn I have coming in. And what I plan on doing is like telling you my low buy rules. And so when I do my January video, I'm gonna tell you guys my low buy rules. I'll go over any yarn that came into my collection. I'll show you the projects that I've been working on and how many skeins of yarn went out. And I'm going to keep myself accountable this year. This is a stash busting year. I already had to place an order for some yarn. I'm not mad at it. I knew I was going to have to, but I think that the amount of yarn I bought, I have enough going out that it's going to at least even it up or surpass. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm doing it by grams and skeins because my goal is to get the amount that I have down. So wish me luck. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end here, can you give me a red heart just saying that you're here with me, or a thumbs up, or give me a red heart or a thumbs up, because I'm gonna need all like the cheering on I can get doing this, because I think it's gonna be hard for me at times to not just buy all the yarn that I see that I want. Oh, I want to do this project, I'll buy yarn. Nope, look in your stash or don't do the project yet. You have plenty upstairs to do. Yeah, so wish me luck. Thank you so much again for coming along with me. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.